Astro-Zombies, subhuman electronic transplants that mutilate, torture, and kill in an orgy of blood-splattering horror beyond your imagination. Their creed was to kill, kill, kill. Watch as a deranged scientist transfers beating hearts and throbbing brains from living bodies to create the Astro-Zombies. Horror, suspense, and chills tear at your senses as Wendell Corey and John Carradine match wits in the blood-drenched color film The Astro-Zombies. Coming soon to your local theater. Watch it and die 1,000 deaths.
The views and opinions expressed in the following show do not necessarily represent those of this station or its sponsors.
Go to work, go to work, go to work for me, Gravity. Go to work, go to work, go to work for me, Gravity. Go to work, go to work for me, Gravity. Go to work, go to work, go to work for me, Gravity.
What the hell happened to everyone?
I've never seen an anomaly like this before.
Residual frequency signatures detected.
Oh, that's not good.
What does that mean?
It means we're picking up frequencies from other dimensions or times.
Well, at least somebody's getting some action.
What are you talking about?
Well, it's been a long time since I had any frequency in getting some action.
iDork, patch it through the main computer.
Here is my command.
Oh, we're picking up something.
What the hell is it?
It's a broadcast of some sort.
Adjusting audio.
Boosting signal.
Welcome to the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Oh, God, is it Monday?
Getting your work week started right by stretching out your vagina holes with the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919. Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome. You have been beamed aboard. You are now live and inside the mothership for another action-packed episode of the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. Feeling a little behind the 8 ball here today. I don't know. I'm just feeling a little dragging ass. What can I say? Yesterday I wasn't feeling all that great. My back was all hurting and everything, so we bailed out on the mothership. You know what I'm saying? We couldn't do the show yesterday. Had lots of stuff going on, and in addition to that, I wasn't feeling quite up to speed. Oh boy. Anyway, here I am trying to make it through an episode of the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. And it looks like my phone's froze up already. Isn't that nice? Like immediately. Oh, there we go. So I guess that's a sign that the internet's probably all jacked up too. So who knows what the signal's doing? I don't know. But anyway, welcome. You have been beamed aboard, and you are now live inside the mothership. Broadcasting live on Alien X Radio in Detroit, Michigan, and into the vagina holes of our fantastic affiliates around the world on Raw Talk Online, UG Media, the Lime City Radio Network, J. Parker Radio, United Talk Radio, Sword Radio, the Western Reserve Digital Radio Network, and the IRN Internet Radio Networks, and in syndication and replay around the world on our fantastic affiliate stations known as 920 WON The Apple, 24.7 The Stream, 97.1 KGSBFM Get Smashed Radio, WRFN 1025, WRPR Rat Pack Radio, United Sounds Choice Radio, Pride Core Radio, Pure Rock Radio, Good Talk Radio, Mile High Radio, and K89. Wherever it is that you're tuned, wherever it is that you are listening, you can always give me a call live on the Alien X lines at 1313-444-8919. That's 1313-444-8919. Or Skype me at AlienStone1. That's AlienStone and the number 1. Don't spell it out because you would be wrong. Wrong. Anyway, folks, coming up on the show today, classic episodes with just a few questions. We've got some bad movie flashbacks. We've got sports updates from the prospect. We've dropped the news again. Why? Because the news sucks. And all it is lies. From the same network even. The network will say one thing, and then they'll come back on the next day and say something completely different, and then they'll be like, we didn't say that before. Yeah, you did. I was watching. It's amazing. You have to watch all the news affiliates and then research all of their stories yourself just to find out which 2 of the 27 that they brought to you is actually mostly correct. So I'm not doing the news anymore. Okay? I might bitch and complain about things that are happening in the news, but I'm not going to let them tell you their story. I'm going to let you tell them. I'm going to give you my opinion. And I'm going to tell you it's my opinion. I'm not going to tell you it's fact when it's not a fact. And that way you can call me up and say your opinion sucks. Well, that's okay, but it's not a fact. It's my opinion. Can a fact be an opinion? Sure. Can an opinion be a fact? Yeah. Little research, figure that out, find it, and cross-reference it, and verify, then yeah, your opinion is fact. Otherwise, just an opinion. Okay? My favorite color is purple. That's an opinion. It's not a fact. It's an opinion. It could change. It used to be blue. Then it was red. Then it was purple. What do you know? Blue and red together make purple. I don't know. Just saying. I know I'm getting off track. Let's start things like we usually do, with a moment to bring you up to speed and what happened in the past. A little look at today in history on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Broadcasting directly into your brain.
Let's take a look at this day in history.
June 13th, 1971. The New York Times begins publishing the Pentagon Papers, a leaked top-secret study of America's involvement in Vietnam. President Richard Nixon's administration tries to block further publication in court, citing national security. Defense Secretary Melvin Laird.
It is our responsibility to call these violations of security to the attention of the Justice Department. And this I have done.
But the U.S. Supreme Court rules the Times and the Washington Post can publish the material. 1967. President Lyndon Johnson nominates Solicitor General Thurgood Marshall to be the first black justice on the U.S. Supreme Court. 1966. The case behind the phrase, "You have the right to remain silent," as the U.S. Supreme Court issues its Miranda ruling. The landmark decision says criminal suspects must be informed of their constitutional rights before police can question them. 1900. In China, the Boxer Rebellion. A nationalist revolt targeting foreigners as well as Chinese Christians erupts into full-scale violence. 1983. Pioneer 10 becomes the first spacecraft to leave our solar system as the American space probe crosses the orbit of Neptune. And 1986. Benny Goodman, the clarinet-playing king of swing, dies in New York. He was 77. Today in history, June 13th, Tim McGuire, The Associated Press.
This place is weird. on a Saturday thing. Boy, you stay girl with you, yes, for one in the same. It's you.
You sit there in the morning with your coffee cup in hand, scribble on a sticky note all the things that you got planned. For the day it's on the way up, it's filling up. You make your way up to the pocket to get another cup. The boss has got some jobs for you, yeah, them with a smile. No one listens better than little Miss Quiet and Mild. Her head is to the grindstone, time to work, nothing to say. They don't know there's more to you, different as night and day. Whoa, after midnight, that's the only time you lose your mind. Whoa, after midnight, say bye-bye to the sweet girl you had behind. The week is almost over and it feels time to unwind. You keep your eye up on the clock till your hair survive. The hair goes down, skirt goes up, you know it's time to go. Dr. Jekyll, Mrs. Hyde, time to come alive. Whoa, after midnight, that's the only time you lose your mind. Whoa, after midnight, say bye-bye to the sweet girl you had behind. Say bye-bye to the sweet girl you had behind. After midnight, that's the only time you lose your mind. Whoa, after midnight, say bye-bye to the sweet girl you had behind. Whoa, after midnight, that's the only time you lose your mind. Whoa, after midnight, say bye-bye to the sweet girl you had behind.
Here's this week's bad movie flashback.
No. Please, no.
Across this great nation, almost everyone has been affected in one way or another by this terrible tomato onslaught. Mrs. Williams, I understand your husband is missing.
Yes,
Do you
he
think
is.
he's dead?
Well, I
Will you
told-
miss him?
Well,
Will you marry again? What if he's laying in a ditch somewhere, with both his legs broken, calling your name? You will have to find another man, you know. You're no spring chicken.
Lives are shattered. The nation is in chaos. Death and destruction sweeps the country. Foursquare Productions presents perhaps the funniest film ever made. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. This is the incredible story of the world's ultimate disaster. Vicious man-eating tomatoes grow to monstrous proportions. Faced with this unprecedented menace, the president calls upon Mason Dixon, special agent. Join Mason Dixon in a race against time as he battles to save the world from the threat of nature's perfect eating machine, the killer tomato.
Tomato.
Attack of the killer tomatoes. You've never seen anything like it.
Resistance is futile. Probing is not allowed. Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. That's 313-444-8919. Or hang out in the chat room at alienxradio.com. You have been beamed aboard and you are now inside the mothership with Alien Stone.
Just minding my own business. Bam! Hit me hard right from the back. I was glued to my seat. I was like, whoa! I could see the car in front of me. I was about to hit him, so I kind of veered off this way. And as I veered off this way, the guy who hit me veered off that other way, and he hit the curb, flipped over, rolled over, run into the electrical pole, and I didn't know he hit the pole. All of a sudden, I kind of stopped, and I was like, whoa! And the wires come down, boom, and then arc, bam, that fire was coming everywhere. It was arcing, sparking, blowing up. I saw one arc go from the corner of my van up to the car behind me. It was like a big rainbow, boom, and it was coming up, boom, boom, and I was like, shoo! So I opened up my door, I didn't touch no metal, and as I come up, I started to touch the top, and a little spark jumped up. I was like, whoa! I stepped out, rest of the way. Lucky I didn't get burned more. So, crazy? Oh, it was crazy, dude. I was just sitting there, and I was like, oh! Reality hits you hard, bro.
Am I the meanest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the prettiest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this time?
Alien Stone.
But who am I?
Alien Stone.
Who am I?
Alien Stone.
I can't hear you.
Alien Stone.
The Shogun of Harlem.
Who else couldn't see that guy explaining what happened? I mean, man, he was very animated, wasn't he? Anyway, folks, it is time now for the punchlines. As always, the punchlines are being brought to you by Igor's Empire and his family of products. Look for and like Igor's Lube on Facebook and at www.igorslube.com. Also being brought to you in part by the Amber Heard Skid Mark Eraser. It works on bed sheets and pillowcases. Warning, usage may cost you as much as $15 million. All right, folks, it is now time for the punchlines. Let's see what we got for you today. We've got a pair of people have been rescued. Well, that's good news, right? That they've been rescued. Where were they rescued from? The bottom of a ravine? A flaming building? A shark tank? Nope. A tank, of course. But it was at a Mars Wrigley plant, and they were trapped in the bottom of a chocolate vat. So, two people got into the chocolate vat. I'm assuming they say people. I'm assuming they are employees. Okay, I can't imagine people just walking about in the factory and falling into the chocolate. This is not Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Okay, there is not a river of chocolate being milked and creamed while little fat Augustus falls in there and blocks the whole system up. Okay, that's not what happened. I'm assuming they're employees. And they were obviously big employees, not Oompa Loompas, because they couldn't get them back out. Now, okay, we'll get to that in a second. Okay, how did they get them out? Well, the emergency responders freed the pair by cutting a hole in the bottom of the tank. So, needless to say, they lost all the chocolate, right? That was in there. Because they had to drain out the bottom, right? So, now this giant tank is taking a big diarrhea of chocolate all over the floor of the factory, waiting for the prizes to come out, which is two employees. Chocolate-covered employees, by the way. if they went in intentionally, they're chocolate-covered nutty employees. So it sounds delicious already, right? It's the new Mars bar. But okay, here's the thing. Okay, this is what boggles my mind. Okay, how can two grown people? Listen closely. How could two grown people fall into or somehow get into the chocolate vat through some manner that is large enough and open enough for two people, grown people, to get through and in, yet the only way to get them back out is to cut a hole in the bottom of the tank? Are you telling me that there's a way in to a chocolate tank but no way to go back out the way you came in? What kind of a doorway is this? I've never heard of this kind of doorway. Where you go in but you can't come out? What if they had one that lets you come out but wouldn't let you go in? Whoa, there's a novel idea, right? Pooper scoopers. Maybe they were down there cleaning up. I don't know. That's not in the story. It doesn't say that. You guys got to give me more. Actually, I prefer you not to give me more. That way I can run with it. Now I can say that the employee's name was Augustus. He was leaning down and he was sipping from the chocolate when he fell in. And because he was a stout young man, he got trapped in the mechanism's filter system, which then made the chocolate back up, which solidified in the opening in which he went in. So now, magically, they have to cut a hole in the bottom, losing all the chocolate all over the ground until Augustus comes out like a birth through the wrong opening, if you know what I'm saying. At the Mars bar and Wrigley plant. Let's just be thankful they didn't fall into the gum vat, right? What then? They'd be awfully stuck, right? Anyway, folks, that has been the punchlines. Now that we're done with the punchlines, it's time to take a short break, a pause in the action for station identification. A moment to bring you up to the world, bring you up to speed in the world of sports with an update from the prospect. And we will be back with my opinions on a few things, as well as music for the Vajir Holes, and we're going to give you two classic episodes of Just a Few Questions, as they are short ones. So we'll be back right after this. Go. Here, let's get some music. I like going out with music. See, listen to that. Da-da-da-da-da. That's cool, right? All right, we will be back right after this. Go nowhere. It's the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Broadcasting directly into your brain.
And now your weekly sports update with the prospect.
Gather round, boys and girls, as I, Prospect here, tell you the tales of the weekly sports update on Alien X Radio. Former Las Vegas Raider Henry Ruggs has been in the news recently after he was convicted of vehicular homicide back in November that left one woman dead. The accident happened after police discovered that Ruggs was speeding in excess of 156 miles per hour and had blown a blood alcohol level twice the legal limit. Now, defense attorneys are asking that the findings of the blood alcohol content be thrown out as evidence, as the procedure to obtain such evidence was unlawful. In a statement filed in court, lawyers David Chesnoff and Richard Schonfield said that the use of probable cause didn't exist in the event, and that, quote, the mere fact of Mr. Ruggs' involvement in a fatal vehicle collision does not, in itself, give rise to probable cause to believe he was driving under the influence of alcohol, end quote. The filing has ultimately resulted in the court temporarily delaying the hearing of evidence, so it has been rendered effective in the favor of the defense. But Ruggs is not out of the woods yet, as a now pushed back date of the preliminary hearing to determine if he is able to stand trial, set for September 12th. If convicted, he will face 50 years in prison. Tampa Bay Lightning has punched their ticket to Stanley Cup Finals for the third straight season after defeating the New York Rangers 2-1 in Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Final and will face the Colorado Avalanche. While the Lightning are staring in the eyes of a potential dynasty that hasn't been seen since the New York Islanders in 1983, the Avalanche is looking to emerge from the rubble of playoff futility that has been suffered since their last Cup win back in 2001. Game 1 is Wednesday. Well, tune in next week for more sport. Alien X Radio, I'm the Prospect saying until next time, Prospect out.
Oh, honey, what a wonderful surprise. A dozen roses and chocolates, a candlelit dinner, and now champagne and strawberries by the fire. You're so romantic.
What do you say we get a little closer?
Igor? That's right, Igor here with the final ingredient for love.
Igor's lube?
Nothing gets things moving and grooving like my lube, and it prevents chafing.
Thanks, Igor.
And don't forget, Igor's lube now comes in cherry, mint, and salmon flavor.
Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow.
Broadcasting from the dark side of the moon. Alien X Radio. Resistance is futile.
I know it was just a dream. I know I didn't have an anal probe. And I know that I am not under alien control.
You're inside the mothership.
Son of a bitch.
Welcome back to the second half of hour number 1. It's the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. I am your host, Alien Stone. We are screaming through the galaxy at triple redunculous speeds, or at least talking really loud in the back row of the movie theater. And everybody finally got there to see the new Top Gun movie, and you're really mad at me, I know. And you're turning around, and you're like throwing your sucked-on jujubes at me, and popcorn and stuff. They're definitely throwing popcorn at Mad Martin, who hates popcorn. I just saw him. See, I didn't mention him all day, but all of a sudden he dinged my phone. Bam, had to mention him. Send your popcorn, all of your favorite popcorn flavors, packages, businesses, and all that stuff to Sir Martin of Mad at UG Media. He loves popcorn. Send him coupons. There he is. Aha, and popcorn. That's right. This portion of the show being brought to you by Papa Boner's Popcorn. The magic is in his warm and buttery drizzle. I'm going to make a t-shirt and send it to Sir Martin of Mad. Anyway, folks, here we are, second half of hour number 1. That's right. Haven't been canceled or shut off the air yet. I don't know how. Oh, that's right, because I pay my own bills around here. That's right. Nobody pays my bills, so I don't have to crumble under the pressure. I don't have to crumble under the social pressure.
I say what I want. You will respect my authority.
Oh, he's a wall cavity filler. That's funny. Alrighty, folks. So I'm going to play some music for your Vajir holes. And it's going to be one of those things where I just grab something from the grab bag. That's right. Not the grab sack. That's something different. Okay? Not the grab sack. Don't grab my sack. Okay, I'm going to grab something from the grab bag, which means it's something I downloaded that somebody sent me, and I haven't really heard it yet. I might have heard it, but I don't remember it. So it's going to be risky, okay? I'm going to put my neck out there. Speaking of putting my neck out there, like I said, I'm going to give you my opinions on a couple things before we get into this music for your Vajir holes. Okay? I saw somebody had posted a very simple concept. And I wanted to just elaborate on it just a little bit so that, I mean, it's something that's so simple, but I don't think people ever really took notice, okay? And it's about the concept of I want to be treated equally. We should all be treated equally. We should all be treated equally. We should all receive equal treatment. And that is not actually accurate. Now everybody's like, oh my God, Alien Stones, you're going to start dividing people up and stuff and not treating people equally? No. That's not what I'm saying. I will give each and every single one of you equal treatment of your rights. 100% equal treatment of all of your rights. But I will treat you all fairly. That's the difference I'm talking about. The difference between being treated equally and being treated fairly. What's the difference? Alien Stone sounds like the same damn thing to me. I don't know what you're talking about. If you're treating me equally to this person, then of course we're being treated fairly. No, I might not be treating that guy fairly by treating you equally. What? You make no sense to me, Alien Stone. You make no damn sense to me. Well, let me explain it to you. Let me break it down for you. Let me turn it into one of those little story-type problems that you might get in your like math tests and things. Okay, let me give you this for instance, okay? I'm a boss. I hire two people. They're both making widgets. They both run a machine, the same kind of machine. They make the same exact part, okay? I hire them at $15 an hour. Each of them get $15 an hour. Okay, I have a $15 part per day. What is the word I'm looking for? Quota. It's a quota. You have to manufacture 15 parts per day. If you make 15 parts per day, that has earned you your $15 per hour paycheck, and you will come back the next day and work again. Okay? Now, I am giving both of you guys the right to work here, and I'm going to treat both of your rights equally, meaning that I'm applying the same exact rules to both of you. You get $15 an hour. You get to come back to work again tomorrow. All you have to do for me is make sure that you produce 15 parts per day. Okay? Right now, I am treating both of you equally, correct? Now, this is where it strays from that. Jeff, which is employee number one, every single day without any problem makes 15 parts a day. Every day he turns in 15 parts. Every single day. Sounds like a great employee, right? He's doing exactly what I want him to do. Absolutely. And I'm going to give him exactly what I said I was going to give him. I'm going to give him $15 an hour, and he gets to come back the next day and do it again. Kevin, on the other hand, my second employee, produces 30 parts every single day. Every single day. Now, is it fair that he gets $15 per hour and gets to come back the next day exactly the same as Jeff? That would be equal treatment, but not fair treatment. So, how do I treat Kevin fairly while still treating both of them equally? Simple. This guy gets a bonus for the extra parts that he made, right? So he gets bonuses every single day because he produces 30 parts per day instead of the 15, which is required that Jeff makes. Now, Jeff is all angry saying, hey, this isn't fair. This isn't fair at all. I'm not being treated fairly. No, you are being treated fairly. You are being treated fairly. You were told to come to work. You would make $15 an hour if you produce 15 parts per day, and you will have your job tomorrow. You did all that, and I gave you exactly what I said I would give you for that. This guy went over and above what he needed to do, so I'm going to give him a bonus because it helps my business. Doesn't hurt you at all. I'm not downgrading your pay. I'm not taking it out of your check. Now, here's the fair part and the equal part. If Jeff comes in tomorrow and produces 30 parts instead of the 15 he's been doing, guess what? Now he's going to get a bonus. Now you're equal. Now I'm treating you equal based on treating you fairly. Do you see the difference? If we only treat people equally, then Kevin is no longer going to bust ass to make 30 parts per day. Why would he? What is the incentive for Kevin to make an extra 15 parts per day if he's only going to make the minimum $15 per hour and get to come back the next day the same as Jeff, who only makes 15 parts per day? What's the incentive to put in the extra work? Where is it? It isn't anywhere. It's not going to happen. It might happen for a little while until the smart people, the hardworking people catch on that they don't have to do that anymore. And that's when everything falls apart, folks. That's when everything falls apart. When everybody shoots for the bottom of the line, the lowest bar. What can I basically do to just squeak by and make as much as the people who work hard? And then what happens when the people that work hard don't work hard anymore? Now everybody's doing the minimum. Do you not get it? That's the difference between equal treatment and being treated fairly. As long as both are applied. As long as both are applied. Now, obviously, I can't say, okay, you guys get $15 per hour. You get to come back the next day if you make 15 parts per day. This guy makes 30. I give him a bonus. This guy makes 30 also the next day, but I don't give him a bonus because I already gave him a bonus. I don't have the extra money now. Now that's a problem. Now that's a problem. Now you're not being fair. And you're not being equal. You're not being either. So it takes a little morality to apply the equality and the fairness, right? And you have to balance all that shit out. When you focus too much on the equality, you focus too much on the fair, then none of it is either. Wow. Did I get deep? I got deep in two different ways. Some people will say, man, you got really deep in thought, right? And other people say, yeah, I got deep. I had to put on my waders, man. There's a lot of shit laying around. No, stop it. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth. Anyway, folks, more music for the Vajir holes. Like I said, I'm reaching into the grab bag, not the grabbing my sack. I'm reaching in the grab bag. And I'm pulling out a song that I haven't even heard yet. Haven't even heard this song yet. Hunted by Elephants is the name of the band. Change is the name of the song. And it's the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
My mom always said life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
Excuse me, sir. There's been a little problem in the cockpit.
The cockpit? What is it?
It's the little room in the front of the plane where the pilots sit.
Oh, what have I got? I've got
Just a few questions.
got just a few questions for you, bro.
All right.
Actually, let me keep this over here so we have some more stuff to talk about. Okay. All right.
Just
so,
a few questions.
My first question for you. This is the theme today.
I love it with themes.
It's themed, okay? It's all reincarnation involved. Okay? So, question number 1.
Question number 1.
After speaking to a psychic, you learned that in a previous life, you were an Egyptian pharaoh. After being stabbed to death by your own people, you were mummified and placed in a tomb for eternity. Much like in life today, during sleep, you can rise to the occasion. Today, you might call it pitching a tent. What would you have called it back in the ancient Egyptian times? A. Pitching a kayamayaya. B. Erecting an obelisk. C. Wielding the pharaoh's staff. Or D. The asp and the pyramid.
I'm going to go with D.
You can go with D. The asp and the pyramid.
Yep.
All right. I don't think you could be possibly wrong.
No. They're all good.
But the Kayamayaya is actually... I'm sure I'm saying that totally wrong. That is actually an ancient Egyptian tent.
Is it?
Yes, it actually is. And you know what an obelisk is, right? It's like the Washington Monument is an obelisk.
Right.
So erecting an obelisk, that was funny. Wielding the pharaoh's staff, yeah. But yeah, Asp and the Pyramid. We'll go with that one.
Yeah.
That sounds like a cool movie, too.
It's not, man, you did some serious thinking and
oh, we just started this.
Oh, jeez. Bring it.
Question
number two.
The psychic also tells you that in another life, you were a prisoner serving a life sentence in a Turkish prison for stealing a pack of Lucky Strike cigarettes from the Museum of Tobacco and Ladies Footwear in Ankara. Okay? What do you think you would be willing to trade those cigarettes for during your time in the big house? A. Protection from other inmates while weeping in the yard. B. Your own cell so you don't have to poop in front of anyone else. C. A complete copy of the prison's blueprints and all system schematics. Or D. A sharpened toothbrush and the name of the giant Turkish inmate that will eventually rape and murder you. That's a tough decision.
Right?
You're like, oh, the schematics and all that, but what if I don't succeed and I was back in jail?
But I could also... Wow.
Dilemmas.
I'm going to go B.
You're going to go with B.
Yep.
You want your own cell so that you don't have to poop in front of anyone.
Exactly.
Okay. At least you can poop in comfort until...
Maybe I can just stay in my whole cell.
Until you're eventually raped and murdered.
I probably don't want to be there anyway, so...
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Right.
These are all bad.
Right. Just get it over with. Might just rape and murder myself. In my own cell.
Right. All right, so finally, question
number
3. Among all the ways the psychic told you that you die in your previous lives, which would you consider a more exciting end to your life story if one was to be written? A. You get stabbed to death by your not-so-loyal subjects. B. You get raped and murdered by a giant Turkish prisoner.
Going back to the Turkey thing,
right.
Huh?
Yeah, we're going back there. Can't escape that.
I never go to Turkey.
Don't go. You drowned in the engineering room of the Titanic as a stowaway. Or D, you overdose on pills and have a heart attack while taking a dump in a Las Vegas hotel bathroom.
What was the question again?
These are all the ways that the psychic told you that you're going to die in all your other lives.
Okay.
How you died. So, which one do you think would be a more exciting end to your life story if one was going to be written?
I want D. Absolutely.
You want D, so you're going to overdose on pills.
Yes.
Okay, so you want to go out.
I'm a famous rock star.
You want to do
just
the Elvis.
Just got done playing freaking, yes.
You're going to pull the Elvis.
Yes, that's how I'll be known.
All right.
Not accidentally killing myself or anything like that. Well, it would be an accident. Yeah, partying like a rock star.
See,
let me go out.
Your willingness to party like a rock star automatically made you completely and totally miss the entire trick question part of it. Because I was waiting for you to say C. Because like the first one is stabbed to death by your not so lovely soy. I don't want to go down as like a traitor or whatever. That's no good. Raped and murdered? No.
What was C?
Okay, and then the overdose thing. But C was you drowned in the engineering room of the Titanic. You know, like, that'd be like, oh, wow, that's famous, right? But it says as a stowaway. So if you were a stowaway, nobody knows you're there.
Right.
So how would anybody be able to write that part of your story?
Exactly.
They'd just be like, I don't know, man. He was at the docks and he disappeared.
You just said drown and it freaked me out.
Oh,
so for sure.
Yeah, the drowning thing, I see why.
Yeah.
It's not a good thing.
Yeah, that's not a good way to go.
But that, sir,
was just a few questions?
That was just a few questions.
Oh.
We made it through.
That was a deep, just a few questions. And I'm excited to know that I've had more than just one life.
This is Alien X Radio. Resistance is futile.
Marlon Brando.
Richard Burton.
James Coburn.
Walter Matthau.
And Ringo Starr in the sweetest little movie this side of Psychopathia Sexualis.
Good grief.
Candy, a Selma Pictures presentation from the Cinerama Releasing Corporation in color.
But is she faithful?
Only to the book.
Candy has been rated R.
The views and opinions expressed in the following show do not necessarily represent those of this station or its sponsors.
Lying in a tub on the chilly Ohio countryside. You go walking by, and all I think is my. Coming up for you here. The sound of yours is all I hear. Until a train whistle blows in the distance. And then my dream draws in. My dream draws in. But my thoughts of you continue. Driving in my van through Ohio again. This can't be a dream. This is too good to end. You start to tackle me down low. You let me love on quiet road. Would he hate to be proud of what you're doing? Then my dream goes in. My dream goes in. But my thoughts of you, they continue. When I'm awake, I think of you. In my bed at night, you're in my dreams too. I always wanna have you here. I want your voice to be all I hear. I don't want my dreaming to end. Now my dreams don't end. My dreams don't end. I dream of you as mine all of the time. My dreams don't end. My dreams don't end. My dream does end.
Report. We're in standard orbit, Captain. Good work, Mr. Tukok. What the hell are we doing in the 21st century? There's something we need to do. If I told you once, I told you 1,000 times. Don't mess around with the space-time continuum. Captain, I've located the signal. Put it on speaker.
You're tuned in to the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Well, that'll wake you up in the morning.
Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos, directly into your Vajir holes, it's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. You got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com.
Alrighty, folks, we are now officially all up and inside our number 2 of the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. I'm your host, Alien Stone. You have been beamed aboard. You are now live and inside the mothership. If you are just now tuning in, you are late. Tardy, not retardy. We don't say that word. You're tardy. We get things underway at 9 a.m. Eastern here on Alien X Radio in Detroit. We also broadcasting live into your Vajir holes on Raw Talk Online, UG Media, the Lime City Radio Network, J. Parker Radio, United Talk Radio, Sword Radio, the Western Reserve Digital Radio Network, and the IRN Internet Radio Network. In syndication and replay around the world on many, many stations, a couple of them to name: 920 WON The Apple, 24.7 The Stream, and 97.1 KGSBFM Get Smashed Radio. The Alien X lines are open always at 1-313-444-8919. That's 1-313-444-8919, or Skype me at AlienStone1. That's AlienStone and the number 1. Don't spell it out because you would be wrong. Coming up again on this hour, we've got a sports update from the Prospect. We've got a bad movie flashback. We've got a classic episode of Just a Few Questions. Music for your Vajir holes, and lots of opinions from me. Lots of opinions. Because I'm going to start morphing this. I know everybody just, we listen to Alien Stone because he doesn't talk politics and stuff. Well, there's nothing I can do about it anymore, folks. There's going to be some of it on this show. We're going to keep it out as much as we can in the other shows. But, you know, I'm going to talk a little bit about some stuff here and there. Because I have to, you know. I think that we can all agree. I think we can all agree that the squeaky wheel gets the oil. Is this correct? Do we not understand this? If there are 2 babies and one of them's crying, which one is going to get a bottle first? The one that's crying, right? What if there's 5 babies and one of them is crying? He's going to get the bottle, right? While the other 4 don't, right? Right. So, if there's something going on and everybody just buries their head in the sand and says, well, we'll wait it out and be quiet about it. But 2 or 3 people are going, yeah, that's great, that's awesome, we're going to go with that. But nobody says nothing, then guess what? They're going to go with it. And everybody else sitting around going, wait a minute, what happened? You didn't do anything. You didn't say anything. So, I have to say some stuff here and there. You know what I'm saying? You can't be silent. Silence is to concede. That means that you're okay with it. Long time ago, it used to be that, hey, if 99 out of 100 people like something, we'll leave it alone, right? We got 1 complaint yesterday and had 100 customers. So that's pretty good, right? That ain't how it works anymore. You get 3 complaints, 97 people were okay with it. But 3 people complain, all of a sudden the 97 people show up the next day and the menu's changed. The product is different. The service is no longer the same. Why? Because, well, nobody likes it anymore. They wanted this change. No, 3 people didn't like it and they should have switched companies. And went someplace that did something different. Instead, you switched the company to be in line with the 3 people that were complaining. Now you got 97 people all looking for other companies. Why? Because you're stupid. Okay? You listen to the squeaky wheel, but you also see how many squeaky wheels there are. Then you start asking the wheels that aren't squeaking, are you all right? They're all like, yeah, we're cool. Then leave it alone. Leave it alone. Music for the Vajir holes. Coming up right now, it's The Creeping Chaos and Lurking Fear. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from space. I hate stepping on vocals, man. I forgot this one starts with vocals. So let's start again. On the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
There's blood on the altar and all over my head. Summon them down from the stars again. We followed all the constellations, read the signs, and waited patiently for the stars to align. The drums keep pounding and the voices raise, calling on the gods of a forgotten age. Skyborn terror, looking fed, horrors from the arms drawing near. Hear our call, hear our cries, that it's not dead, which can eternal life.
I'm joined right now by a very special guest. You might know him as Merle from The Walking Dead. It's actor Michael Rooker. So you're listening to Alien Stone.
I'll never be able to say all that. I don't say anything that has to do with alien stones. I don't like talking about aliens, and I definitely don't like talking about their stones. So no, I can't do that. You can do that one. That's my tag, and I'm sticking to it.
up? This is Chris from Concrete Angels. You're listening to Alien X Radio.
Here's this week's bad movie flashback.
No, please, no, that.
In the far distant future, in a galaxy where those in the know don't go, real estate is cheap, and they've got great sushi. But there's no water.
You got any water?
It is a time when desperate men will swing from the chandeliers. Just to get a drink.
Just take a look at that.
Good men like Jason, space pirates. and explorer of the cosmos. His chief engineer and fellow rogue Roscoe. And the beautiful Princess Karina. One tiny band who must bust their buns, battling the masters of all the water in the galaxy. The evil Mithradoids, famous for not being nice.
Killing you would be too easy.
See depravity in zero gravity. Bye-bye. See glamour girls from another galaxy. See kung fu robots. And delight in the mysteries of the seventh world. The one place in the universe to get a decent glass of water. The Ice Pirates. A totally spaced adventure.
Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919. Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Police are searching for a cookie monster who allegedly stole from this Girl Scout. Kind of shocked. Lana Archer and her mom, Laura, were selling the popular Caramel Delights, shortbreads, and of course, Thin Mints outside a grocery store in California when someone wanted to buy 5 boxes for $25. The 9-year-old brownie trooper was handed a $100 bill to pay for them, and she gave the customer $75 in cash. Turns out the bill appeared to be a fake.
My gut said don't take it, but then my other side of me said, but we're the Girl Scouts. Who would do that?
A woman passing by heard the commotion and decided the poor little girl needed a sweet treat to cheer her up.
Told her what happened, so she went back home and gave us $100.
She said, I didn't want your daughter to have a bad Girl Scout experience, and please take this money. And I was just like, wow, that's awesome.
Police warned sellers to avoid accepting bills over $20. Bet the actors at the Oscars didn't pay for Chris Rock's cookies with counterfeit cash.
Am I the meanest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the prettiest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Alien Stone.
But who am I?
Alien Stone.
Who am I?
Alien Stone.
I can't hear you.
Alien Stone.
The Shogun of Harlem.
Alrighty, folks, it's once again time for the punchlines. As always, the punchlines are being brought to you by Igor's Empire and his family of products. Look for and like Igor's Lube on Facebook and at www.igorslube.com. Also being brought to you in part by the Hardcore S&M Puppet Show with Snuggle and Struggle Saturday nights on the XXX channel. Also, the Smurf-owned and operated 3 Apples High Cannabis Dispensary. You'll turn blue. Alrighty, folks, it is now time for the punchlines. What have I got for you this hour? I don't even remember. Let's pull it up here and see, huh? Last time we had some crazy people stuck in there in the chocolate fat. Are you kidding me? Okay, well, this is a grand. I'm gonna pick one. Let's see. What do we want to go with? We're gonna go with this one. Okay. Like I was gonna ask you which one, and you're gonna tell me right now. All right. I like catfish. I do. I like catfish. But you have to know in your mind that catfish are bottom-dwelling fish. They swim around on the bottom of the lake or the river, wherever you catch them. They're on the bottom. Okay? Their mouth is kind of tucked up underneath. That's on the bottom. So they eat on the bottom. They eat whatever goes to the bottom. So catfish eat a lot of garbage and a lot of poop and a lot of junk, right? Which is why you got to clean them pretty good and everything if you want to eat catfish. Okay? Now, I like catfish. Now, 2 Indiana fishermen got a secret surprise after one of them caught a blue catfish on the Ohio River last week. They caught this enormous catfish. Wow. And when they cut it open, they found a mysterious hard object inside. So they pulled it out, and of course it was, all nasty and stuff because this fish ate it, and it's been, like, working on it in its intestines. It's working on it, you know what I'm saying? It's breaking it down as much as it can, as much as a catfish system can break down a giant dildo. Yes. A giant sex toy inside of a giant catfish. Wonder what that smelled like. Just saying. That's right, that's my takeaway, folks. My takeaway is, what did that smell like? All I'm saying, folks, is make sure you clean your fish properly. De-turd vein your shrimp, okay? Oh, what's that little black line in there? Well, that's flavoring. That's the flavor line. No, that's poop. You might want to clean that out. Just saying. I'm not saying don't eat catfish. I'm not saying don't eat shrimp or lobster, which is basically a cockroach, folks. Speaking of cockroaches, that brings me to the next story here on the Punchlines. Hundreds of cockroaches released in an Albany courtroom during a hearing. That's right. So they're all in the courtroom. Hearing's going on. We bring these proceedings to order. And after a defendant was told to stop filming, the cockroaches were set free from a plastic container. So he was filming the proceedings. They said, hey, you can't film the proceedings here. He said, okay, well, can I do this then? Opened up a container and released hundreds of cockroaches all over the courtroom. Courtroom cockroaches? Well, I'm sure that if the light, their courtrooms are usually well lit, right? So I'm sure they scurried away to all the little crevices and everything. They could get right back to work. You know what I'm saying? Call the Orchid Man in the morning. It's not that big a deal, guys. Okay, you're freaking out about the cockroaches, but then you go to Red Lobster and order a lobster. Same creature, slightly same but different. Slightly different. This is a sore subject, by the way, for Raw Talk Online owner and host of the Charles Richardson Show, conveniently named Charles Richardson. Wow, Charles Richardson. He doesn't like me talking about the cockroaches and their genetic similarity between lobsters, because he loves lobster, and I ruin it for him. Saying I ruined it for him, so I should probably stop that, right? That's been the Punchlines, folks. All right, guys, it's time to take another short break. Pause the action for station identification, and we will bring you up to speed with what's going on in the world of sports with The Prospect. So go nowhere. We'll be back right after this. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Directly into your brain.
And now your weekly sports update with The Prospect.
Gather round, boys and girls, as I, Prospect here, tell you the tales of the weekly sports update on Alien X Radio. Former Las Vegas Raider Henry Ruggs has been in the news recently as after he was convicted of vehicular homicide back in November that left one woman dead. The accident happened after police discovered that Ruggs was speeding in excess of 156 miles per hour and had blown a blood alcohol level twice the legal limit. Now, defense attorneys are asking that the findings of the blood alcohol content be thrown out as evidence, as the procedure to obtain such evidence was unlawful. In a statement filed in court, lawyers David Chestoff and Richard Schonfield said that the use of probable cause didn't exist in the event, that, quote, the mere fact of Mr. Ruggs' involvement in a fatal vehicle collision does not, in itself, give rise to probable cause to believe he was driving under the influence of alcohol, end quote. The filing has ultimately resulted in the court temporarily delaying the hearing of evidence, so it has been rendered effective in the favor of the defense. But Ruggs is not out of the woods yet, as a now pushed back date of the preliminary hearing to determine if he is able to stand trial, set for September 12th. If convicted, he will face 50 years in prison. Tampa Bay Lightning has punched their ticket to Stanley Cup Finals for the third straight season after defeating the New York Rangers 2-1 in Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Final and will face the Colorado Avalanche. While the Lightning are staring in the eyes of a potential dynasty that hasn't been seen since the New York Islanders in 1983, the Avalanche is looking to emerge from the rubble playoff futility that has been suffered since their last Cup win back in 2001. Game 1 is Wednesday. Well, tune in next week for more sport. Alien X Radio, I'm the Prospect saying until next time, Prospect out.
Oh, honey, what a wonderful surprise. A dozen roses and chocolates, a candlelit dinner, and now champagne and strawberries by the fire. You're so romantic.
What do you say we get a little closer?
Igor? That's right. Igor here with the final ingredient for love. Igor's lube? Nothing gets things moving and grooving like my lube, and it prevents chafing. Thanks, Igor. And don't forget, Igor's lube now comes in cherry, mint, and salmon flavor.
Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow.
Broadcasting from the dark side of the moon. Alien X Radio.
Resistance is futile.
I know it was just a dream. I know I didn't have an anal probe. And I know that I am not under alien control.
You're inside the mothership.
Son of a bitch.
It's time to answer just a few questions.
All right, folks, it is that time. It is once again time to answer just a few questions. It's the moment in the program where I put you in an uncomfortable position and you try to wiggle your way out through even more uncomfortable means. There's no way to prepare, so let's just slam head on into this. This portion of the show being brought to you by Igor's Lube.
That's
and
what
his,
I tell her all the time.
That's right. And his family of products. Look for and like Igor's Lube on Facebook or at www.igorslube.com. Also being brought to you by Billy Bob's Backyard Barbecue and Taxidermy. You hit it, you bring it, we cook it, we stuff it, you take it home. All right, folks. Yeah, it's tasty and decorative. So... Here we go with just a few questions, folks. Oh, let me load the sound effects up and everything because we need those, right? Can't answer just a few questions without just a few sound effects.
Question number 1.
Question number 1. All right, so you have been watching other people do it. It looks easy. Surely you can do it too. No, I'm not talking about coitus. I'm talking about getting. I'm talking about getting healthy. You have worked on your house, you have worked on your car, you have worked on your relationship, and the entire world has been working on your patience. So, today it's time to start working on you. Not because the doctor said so, not because a chick called you Bubba at the beach, but for you. Over the last couple years, we have all grown accustomed to eating fast food, pizza, donuts, and too much of them. We have been eating this junk in our cars and on the couch and at our desks. Filling up on junk and just sitting around is making us fat, lazy, and unhealthy. That ends today. So, it didn't, but...
It didn't, right?
Right.
That's like the whole thing. I'm just thinking to myself,
I know.
Man, we just polish off 2 double whoppers.
Right. All we did was just... Yeah, all we just did was reiterate everything we just said.
Exactly.
Is actually happening. So that ends today. So drop that breakfast burrito, grab a bran muffin, and let's do this.
Oh.
The time. Exactly. The first step is to get moving. You heard an ad on the radio for a health guru that's giving a free seminar at the New Age Cafe and Juice Bar. So, no car this morning for a lazy trip to the drive-thru. You are walking. So you are walking. On your way, you come across a homeless guy. He is 380 pounds and surrounded by cheeseburger wrappers, empty milkshake cups. A tool belt is on the ground at his feet, as it will never wrap all the way around his giant midsection. At least 3 tools are missing and replaced with Snicker bars. He is holding a sign that says, "Will work for food." You ask the guy what went wrong in his life. He said everything fell apart when he lost his job. You explain that you are going to see the health guru and he might have a job for him at the cafe. He responds with, A, do I look like the employee you want to see when you walk into a health food restaurant? B, do the employees get free donuts and milkshakes? C, he tells you that is what? Going to play along. Tells you that is your not going to play along and give him He is not going to play along and for you to give him food or money to keep it moving. Wow. If you're not going to play along, give him food, money, or just keep it moving and quit wasting his precious time.
Can you repeat that one, please?
Sure.
Wow.
He tells you that if you're not going to play along and give him food money to just keep moving along and quit wasting his precious time.
Okay, good job out of you.
Or D.
What was he again?
He got very excited, spending the next 5.5 minutes trying to get up out of his chair and to his feet. Now, out of breath, he announces that he will come with you and ask the guru for a job. So which one do you think, A, B, C, or D? Sir Martin of Mad. So he's like, do I look like the employee you want to see at a health food store? He's 380 pounds. Does he want to know if they get free donuts and milkshakes? Is he telling you to keep moving because you're not playing along with his game and he wants money, so you're wasting his time?
Yeah.
Or is he going to get excited and go with you to go get a job from the guru at the cafe?
C.
You say C. Martin says C. The unit says what? It'll be some hybrid answer, I'm sure. I like the hybrid answers, actually. I like them a lot.
I think it's going to be a combination of A, B, and C. He's definitely not going to go with him, okay? But it could be like, do I look like the type of person that's going to be, at a health food type place? I mean, especially if they're not giving away free donuts and stuff like that. So if you're not going to sit here and give me money, dude, keep on moving on.
Just keep on keeping on.
Keep on keeping on.
Let's see if you can kick that cable.
Okay.
Oh, wait, never mind. That was what it was. There you go.
So that's what I'm going to do?
Yeah. All right.
A, B, C.
A, B, and C. All right. The wild card answer.
Oh, no.
That nobody chose is...
You didn't say there was a wild card answer.
Shenanigans.
C?
A, B, C, and D was the entire conversation. After convincing the fat man, you now have a travel companion. So you did went through all that, but he is now excited and going with you.
Oh.
Okay? Bonus question is, what would be the healthy milkshake? What would be a healthy milkshake? A, fat-free, lactose-free mother's milk blended with kale and fish oil.
Oh. God.
Or B, a cup of crushed ice.
Cup of crushed ice.
Because the other one would definitely make me sick. I would puke everywhere.
Oh. It's called a shrushery.
It's called a shrushery. Vomit-flavored shrushery. All right. That brings us to...
Question number 2.
Question number 2. As you and the fat man continue on your way to the cafe, you come across twin teenage girls sitting on the curb with their legs out into the street. They both have shiny, slick hair and empty cans of Gorilla Glue next to them.
And are above the age of 18.
Yes, please, yes. And they are also both eating out of a giant bowl of Tide Pods. Yeah. As you come closer to them to intervene, they shout at you to put a mask on because they don't want to get sick. Eating Tide Pods. Okay. After an hour of talking, you finally convince them that glue is not for your hair, Tide Pods are not food, masks are stupid, and so are they. They tell you that their mother told them that as twins they were born with only one shared brain between them, and as a result, they don't make the best decisions. Another hour of talking, and you convince them that they do not share one brain, they have been lied to, and the real problem is ignorance. They ask you for help, and you tell them that you are going to ask the guru for help. The fat man is asking for a job, so maybe he can give the two of you a clue. Very excitedly, the dim-witted twins join your group. What might have been the hardest part of getting these two twins to see the light? A, you are older and society has been teaching kids that older people are the idiots. B, the fat man keeps trying to eat the Tide Pods. Well, they look tasty. They look like sweethearts. C, you had to engage in text messaging for the entire conversation because that's the only way kids today know how to communicate. Or D, Facebook told them they don't need to be smart as long as they tell people they identify as smart.
Oh.
There is a wild card answer.
I gotta stand up.
And this time we'll start with D-Unit. So, you're older, and society's told them that older people are the problem, they're stupid. Fat man's trying to eat their Tide Pods and distracting everybody. You had to engage in text messaging because they won't talk to you. Or Facebook. I was told they don't have to be smart as long as they say
I really
they are.
want to go with the Facebook answer. However, I feel like I should be going with the wild card on this one.
Okay, you're going to go with the wild card answer.
I'm going to go with the wild card.
Sir Martin of Mad?
I too shall be choosing the card of the wild.
The card of the wild.
And hopefully that it's a Neapolitan and it's going to include a couple of the other ones.
The wild card answer is, on the way, you saw one of those corner gas station pop-up barbecue... What?
Oh, no. Not one of these again. All right, I'm going with the Facebook one then.
Oh, this is there's actually two bonus questions.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so I'm sorry. There's not... Okay, so you have to pick A, B, C, or D of those.
Okay, then I'm picking D.
Or you can make up your own.
Yeah, D.
I'm going with D then.
All right.
D.
All right.
Facebook said that they can...
He's picking D.
Giggity.
Giggity. All right, so I guess this is a bonus question. I don't know how I wrote this, but on the way, you saw one of those corner gas station pop-up barbecue vendors with a tiny little baby teacup pig in a cage. Do you have the fat man distract the woman at the grill or just order pork chops? So you want to steal the pig and rescue the pig to keep this little baby pig, little teacup baby pig from getting cooked. You can send fat man up to distract the barbecue lady, or you can steal the pig, or you're just going to order pork chops.
Pork chops.
I'm just going to order pork chops.
Man, you guys are cold.
I know.
So you order pork chops.
Yeah.
No mercy.
Okay, well...
With
everybody talks
Igors.
tough. Everybody talks tough when they're being asked the question, but when you're standing there looking at the little pig, things change, and that brings us to the bonus question. After deciding that you just can't let the little pig die, you and your group bring it along as your traveling mascot. What will you name this pig? A, Miss Piggy after the Muppet. B, Almost Pork Chop after the delicious food. C, Toto after the 80s rock group. Or D, name it yourself.
I'm going to name it Lunch, and I'm going to cook it.
Lunch.
Yeah, that's it.
Get my pork chop one way or another, damn it.
And Martin of Mad?
I'm going to call it Monday because on Monday it'll be dinner.
Monday, okay. Alrighty, that brings us to
Question number 3.
Question number 3. Okay, you and the gang are getting close. You make the turn onto Mellow Hicks Road, onto the Mellow Hicks Road, and you can see the energy efficient LED sign down the street. The New Age Cafe and Juice Bar. They opened it right between the Sizzling Stick Deep Fried Anything on a Stick joint and Big Betty's Big and Tall Barnyard Bridal Boutique. Yes. As you get closer...
Barnyard Bridal Boutique.
Oh, yes. It's Big Betty's Big and Tall Barnyard Bridal Boutique.
That's a huge bitch!
Otherwise known as... as you...
Right?
Bum, bum, bum. That's what's called. As you get closer, a rusted-out old 1975 Cadillac screeches to a stop in the road before you. A very large woman from the pop-up barbecue jumps out with a meat cleaver. What is she shouting at you? A, you have no idea what she's shouting because it's all in over-the-top angry Nigerian. Or B, pig humper, because her English is bad and does not know the word for thief. Or C, I'll get you all and your little hog too.
Uh-oh. That could be trouble.
Or D, what? Were you expecting? Or D, what? Were you expecting flying monkeys?
Oh, man.
Sir Martin of Mad.
Wow. What was B again?
B is pig humper, because her English is so bad she does not know the word for thief.
Pig humper, B. Going for B.
All right. The unit.
She knows the word for humper, but she doesn't know the word for thief. That's what's comical about it.
Everybody learns bad words first.
Humper. I'm going to go with C on that one.
You're going with C. I'll get you all in your little hog,
too. I'll get you all in your little hog, too.
All right. Now, how will you defeat the wicked chef from Nigeria? A, give the pig a can of Red Bull and watch the chef try to catch a pig with wings. B, tell her about turkey bacon. C, after the Dingbat twins recognized that the chef had a very expensive hairstyle and weave, they tossed water on her head. After shouting, "My hair is melting," she jumped back in the caddy and sped off. Or D, just give her pig back. Martin of Mad. Give the pig some Red Bull and some wings. Tell her about turkey bacon. Have the Wonder Twins throw water on her hair. Have her say, "My hair is melting," and she runs away. Or just give her a pig.
Definitely not giving the pig. I'm going to get them pork chops. I'm going to go with B. No, sorry. I'm going to give you A. Give you A.
A. Okay, so you're going to give the pig some Red Bull.
Yeah.
Get the pig all juiced up. All right.
Yeah, man.
D unit.
D's going home.
I think I'm gonna talk to the sister about some turkey bacon.
Turkey bacon. All right. So turkey bacon.
We'll talk about turkey bacon. We'll talk about the chicken rings, and
All right. So she's backing off the pig. She's okay now.
Yeah. She needs to stay away from the pork.
Okay. So, with the wicked chef defeated, you now stand before the fabulous guru of health. The Dingbat twins step forward asking the guru for a clue. What does the guru say or do? A, he reaches into the tip jar on the counter and takes out a handful of common sense for each of them. B, he smacks them both in the face and tells them to read the warning labels put there for dingbats like them. Or C, he poisons their drinks because you just can't fix stupid.
Wow, I'm gonna go with C.
Can't fix stupid, so we're going to go with the Jim Jones Kool-Aid. All right.
I 100% agree. You can't
All
fix
right.
stupid.
Can't fix stupid. There it is, man. The fat man steps up and asks the guru for a job. What does the guru say or do? A, hands him an application and asks if he has reliable transportation to and from work on Saturdays. B, says he needs to apply online, must be certified in food handling safety, have at least a bachelor's degree, and must be able to account for every day of his employment history since birth. Or C, he recommends applying at the sizzling Stick Next Door or Betty's Big and Tall Barnyard Bridal Boutique. Man, that's hard to say, dude. I could do Betty Butter Bought Some Butter better than that one. D-Unit. Is he going to send him to go apply where fat people should work? Is he going to tell him he's underqualified, or is he going to tell him that you got to have a car and be able to get here on Saturday, which he's still not qualified? He's a homeless guy.
Well, what does it matter if it's on Saturday or during the week? He's only working one day. You know, hey, I need you only on Saturday. No, it wasn't on Saturday. I say he's going to say you got to apply online.
Apply online. Absolutely.
Apply online.
Martin of Mad?
Apply online.
Apply online. Of course. All right, so that now leaves just you. You started this quest this morning with great expectations. You are looking forward to a new healthy lifestyle. And all you need to do is ask the guru for help, and you can make the change that will lead to the new and improved you. You humbly step forward and speak. Oh, fabulous guru of health, I come to you, a man ready for change. I stand before you, drenched in the realization that I need to be better. I ask you to give me what I need to be the healthier, happier, and well-adjusted person I want to be. What does the guru say or do? A, he waves a magic stir spoon, and just like that, you are your ideal weight, your skin looks great, you're craving broccoli and carrots instead of strawberry cheesecake and mystery meat soaked with gravy. Or B, he tells you that you can't have pizza ever again. So you swiftly kick him in the nuts and went next door and ordered a deep-fried Twinkie calzone. C, he hands you a tofu and wheatgrass smoothie. Deep-fried Twinkie calzone, yes. Wow. He hands you a tofu and wheatgrass smoothie along with your environmentally friendly biodegradable paper straw, then tells you that'll be $13.50. Credit, debit, Apple Pay, Android Pay, Samsung Pay, Zelle, Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal only, sir. No cash. Or D, he gives you a space helmet, oxygen tank, air-popped popcorn, a free Planet Fitness membership, and tells you good luck, buddy. Sir Martin of Mad, there is a wild card answer, and what saith you?
I'm going with the wild card answer.
You're going with the wild card answer, okay.
I am going to go with D.
D.
But not only does he get the Planet Fitness membership, but he also gets the whole collection of Sweatin' to the Oldies on VHS.
Dude, you just got the subliminal secret word because I almost put him in there.
I could so see this guy being Richard Simmons.
Now, that was the subliminal secret word. I almost put Richard Simmons in here. He was going to say, on that right there, was going to say, and a Richard Simmons DVD.
Yeah.
Actually, it would have been VHS.
That's why I said VHS.
Yeah, I would have said VHS. Yeah, too. Yeah, you did. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, good job out of you. All right. So, the wild card answer for Sir Martin of Mad, he says, the menu is right behind me, dude. I just work here. It's right there, dude. The big one, the little one, what you want? Bonus question is...
Boner question!
Put these drinks in order from healthiest to least healthiest.
Oh, come on.
There's 5 drinks.
Okay.
I'm going to give you the 5 drinks real quick, and then we're going to go in the order, okay? The drinks are Cookies and Cream Blizzard.
Okay.
Tofu and Wheatgrass Smoothie. Bacon Bits and Lard Milkshake. Carrot Juice. and the tears of your enemies. So, what is the healthiest of those? Cookies and cream, tofu and wheatgrass, bacon bits and lard, carrot juice, or tears of your enemies?
Tofu and wheatgrass?
I'm going to go with tears of your enemies.
Tears of your enemies is what I put down. 0 calories and just makes you feel good. Just makes you feel good.
Okay, I see.
Okay, so number 2 then would be
the tofu and
wheatgrass, right? So the third is either going to be carrot juice, bacon bits and lard, or cookies and cream blizzard.
Cookies
carrot
and cream blizzard, I think.
No, it was carrot juice.
Carrot juice, yeah, that would definitely be number 3. Because there's a little bit of sugar in carrot juice, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
It's getting a little bit worse for you there. So that now brings us to the cookies and cream blizzard, or bacon bits and lard milkshake.
That cookies and cream blizzard, and then the bacon lard milk.
I would concur with you, sir, because lard
Just can't be good.
is just pure fat. That's what, and you've heard the term lard ass, okay? That's where that comes from. Bringing us to...
Which in the UK means, man, that's a huge booty.
You have a bit of a rump on you.
That's a big rump.
It's a bum.
Man, you got one fat.
It's a bum.
But with a PH.
That's it.
So, true or false? Adding a salad to every meal is a good weight loss plan.
False.
No. False.
Correct. That is false. It didn't work for Frasier.
It's like putting lettuce and tomato in a hamburger is good.
Adding anything is not going to help. You have to take something away.
Yes.
If you want to lose weight. Okay? You can just, well, unless you're going to be adding, I don't know, something that's going to make you have explosive diarrhea for a week. Then you may lose the weight. True or false? Cutting your portions in half is a good weight loss plan.
True.
Absolutely. That way you still get to eat the same food you normally eat, just eat half as much.
But you just said it. On the other one.
You can still
If you don't add, you take away. So you're taking away.
It.
You
Well,
just
then,
said
Captain
it.
Obvious.
Exactly.
You just gave us the answer.
It's like retread history class. I wouldn't have passed high school without that. Anyway, true or false? You can reduce the calories in a cookie by breaking it in half and letting the unwanted amount fall out.
True.
No!
What do you mean?
Wow.
That's not true.
What do you mean?
I made that up.
Really?
Yeah.
How could that not be true?
I'm going to sell videos, though, on late night. Someone will buy it. And they'll be.
Because you're not eating as much.
I'll show them. You got to do it at the right angle, though. Otherwise, you just get crummy. You don't want crumbs to fall out. You want to eat all the crumbs. You don't want to lose any chips either. The chocolate chips got to stay. True or false? Lard is fat that has been liquefied and then re-solidified to be reliquefied so people can deep fry onion rings and Twinkies.
Yes, true.
That is absolutely true, people.
Nice.
It's reusable oil.
Exactly. Dude, when I was a kid, I remember my mom would, like, when cooking bacon or whatever, would pour the bacon into the old Crisco container sitting up on the shelf, and it would sit there for months. Yeah. And you're like, that cannot be anything less than an experiment of some kind, but you didn't think that back then.
No.
You were like, whatever's in
Why
there
is she-
kills whatever would kill me.
Right. And then a month later, you see her grab a spoonful of it.
Big old glob
Next
of it. It's
thing
got
you know-
crumbs in it of other
Right.
things she's cooked.
Right.
Dumps it in there.
Next thing you're eating like freaking hash browns and stuff.
You're like, oh,
Crazy.
we have loaded mashed potatoes today. No, those are just crumbs of something. All right. So, true or false? Duck fat is called schmaltz.
Ooh, I don't know.
I've got no idea.
I don't know either. So let's just guess true.
Oh, you guessed true. Duck fat is called schmaltz. Wow. If Colt,
How do you know that? Or why would you? Where would you go to look that up? If
same place you
didn't
look
know
up
that.
anything else, Google.
Google. What's another name for duck fat?
Schmaltz.
That's what. Okay.
Yeah, it's exactly what it said. Yeah.
That's just silly. Okay, go on.
Now, if Colt 45 made an alcoholic beverage out of duck fat, what would it be called? Come on. Come on! Come on!
Quack 45?
No! Schmaltz Liquor!
Oh.
Schmaltz Liquor!
Oh, see, that was a very bad setup.
45 Schmaltz Liquor!
Very bad setup.
And finally, what kind of dog was Toto from The Wizard of Oz?
Is it a Yorkie or?
No.
I don't know.
It's a small ass dog.
Schnauzer?
Yeah,
It
well,
was
that's its Greek name.
It's a Karen Terrier. And why did I ask you about Toto? Did anybody catch on to this entire thing was about Wizard of Oz today?
No.
Nobody
Is that
caught
the
on that
secret
you were
way?
walking down the Yellow Brick Road and you picked up all these people that wanted things from the Wizard? Nobody picked up on that?
No.
Wow, I hit it really good then. All right. And that has been just a few questions.
The views and opinions expressed in the following show do not necessarily represent those of this station or its sponsors.
Mom went to the store. She bought some ice cream. I ate all the ice cream. Now I got a stomachache. Mom went to the store. 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 She bought some ice cream. I wanted the ice cream, but I didn't want a stomachache. Mom went to the store. 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 She bought some ice cream. I didn't have no ice cream, 'cause now I'm a vegan. Mom went to the store. Mom went to the store. Mom went to the store. Mom went to the store.
Come in. Here's your morning briefing, sir. You forgot my toilet tweet. Don't you remember? You're not allowed to tweet anymore, sir. I forgot. It's okay, sir. That's why I'm here. I hate Mondays. Not much to do when you're in the office of the former president. Well, you could always listen to the radio, sir. That's different. What's on? Oh, I don't know. Would you like me to turn it on? Why not? Got nothing better to do.
It's the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Oh, Ditzy. Call these guys up. See if they want to interview me. It'll be huge.
Resistance is futile, but you can struggle if you like. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. You got something to say? Say it, bucko. Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919.
Alrighty, everybody, welcome. It's hour number 3 of the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. I'm your host, Alien Stone. We are broadcasting to you live from the other side of Planet Chaos, directly into your Vajira holes from Alien X Radio in Detroit, Michigan.
And on to Raw Talk Online, UG Media, the Lime City Radio Network, Jay Parker Radio, United Talk Radio, Sword Radio, the Western Reserve Digital Radio Network, and the IRN Internet Radio Network, and in syndication and replay around the world on 920 WON The Apple, 24.7 The Stream, 97.1 KG SBFM Get Smashed Radio, WRFN 1025, WRPR Rat Pack Radio, United Sounds Choice Radio, Prodcore Radio, Pure Rock Radio, Good Talk Radio, Mile High Radio, and K89. Wherever it is that you're tuned, wherever it is that you're listening, you can give me a call live on the Alien X lines at 1-313-444-8919. That's 1-313-444-8919. Wow, we just got bumped off of Facebook again, folks. Why? Because Facebook is a bunch of commies. Oh, I'm sorry. Probably because of the Norwegian Soft Kitten song that I played. They probably have a copy right now. You know, as they should, because they got good music. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Anyway, you can also Skype me at AlienStone1. It's AlienStone, the number 1. Don't spell it out because you would be wrong. Alrighty, folks. Let's see if we can get this broadcast. Yeah. Okay, we're live once again. Okay, which means I gotta share the video again everywhere. They do this to me intentionally. I know they do. 'Cause I think what it is I was talking politics, maybe. Was I talking about? No, I didn't. But I'm going to. That's right. I said I was going to. So I'm a threat now, right? Am I a threat because I'm going to talk politics? I'm not going to really talk politics because I'm not a politician. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bitch about the results of politicians' decisions. How about that? I can do that, right?
And then somebody's going to call me and give me an economy lesson and a political science lesson.
And my response is going to be, I don't want to hear it. Okay? Anyway, coming up this hour, of course, another sports update from the Prospect. Another bad movie flashback. Music for your vajir holes, of course. And another episode of Just a Few Questions. Coming up right now, we've got music from, see in this block, we got Dead by Design. But before that, we got Crossman and his brand spanking new music called Fight for Your Life on the Attack of the Monday Morning Mancast from outer space.
Screaming and kicking, I just can't let it be. Mother of glory, what do you want from me? Down your knees now, ask no more questions, please. Listen, obey now. There's nowhere to go, don't run, there's no way.
Get out!
We were doing this long before you came in, sir.
Damn myself this morning, and I realized I have no regrets at all. When I look into my eyes, wild women and alcohol, fast cars and bar fights, police cars, hospitals. I've had a lot of drunken nights. I don't want to be saved. It's my fault that I live this way. I don't want to be saved. I haven't lived my life this way. Oh, my friends and family, they try to pull me to the side. Say it's time to settle down, relax and enjoy the ride. Couple state nights, titty bars, that's a hard one to decide. Slow down, watch you go by. Sit bucket and live my life. I don't want to be saved. It's my fault that I live this way. I don't want to be saved. I haven't lived my life this
When a woman screams, I just feel the need to be there.
An ingenious conspiracy has begun, and someone has to stop the madman who started it all.
What do you got, Jerry? Model 912. Cut up 2 people inside the house. I'm going in. You're going in? We can send a disarm robot in.
It'll hit the floater, it'll hit the disarm, and any minute it's going to decide to hit the kid.
Here's this week's bad movie flashback.
No. Please. No.
We've got a non-standard chip here. Can turn any domestic computer into a killing machine.
Working late at night all by yourself?
I just had a few things to finish up.
No
big
I
deal.
insist. Let me help you.
No.
This is a bad guy. He's killed 5 so far. I want him.
I'm telling you, I can't go out there. I can't go out.
What does it take to get through to you? He sees everything. He knows everything that's going on in here.
You can't run away, Ramsey. My little machines will find you wherever you go.
You heard of a bullet that has your name on it? This isn't a runaway. This is murder.
We're never going to make it through this one.
Runaway. Tom Selleck, Cynthia Rhodes, Gene Simmons. Runaway.
I know it was just a dream. I know I didn't have an anal probe. And I know that I am not under alien control.
You're inside the mothership.
Son of a bitch.
It's the end of the semester, and students at the University of Utah are busy cramming for finals.
It's an intense week.
A new art exhibit is a welcome distraction.
That is so funny.
It's called the Cry Closet. It's all students on campus can talk about. Twitter and Facebook are going crazy.
Thought I had to come out and check it out.
Students are flooding the library just to get a glimpse.
My friend said that there was an actual, crying closet. And it's here, and it's a for real crying closet.
Created by art student Nemo Miller, the closet is meant to relieve the stress of finals. A sign on the door invites students in to take a break.
Just let it all out. Let yourself just get away from your studies for the next 10 minutes.
Let's get a look at what's inside the closet. Stuffed animals for comfort, lights, and of course a timer to keep track of how long you're in there for.
I think one of these should be everywhere all the time.
Students seem to like the exhibit, even if all it does is provide a little laugh.
Just its name, the Cry Closet, is a little funny because definitely finals is a time to cry and panic.
Whether or not tears are shed, it still has people talking.
It's doing exactly what art is meant to do, which is to spark a conversation.
In Salt Lake City, Jenna Rowe.
Am I the meanest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the prettiest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Alien Stone.
But who am I?
Alien Stone.
Who am I?
Alien Stone.
I can't hear you.
Alien Stone.
The Shogun of Harlem.
I got your cry closet. It's called a stall in the bathroom. Okay? Okay? The AC's turned up in there a lot. It's pretty cool in there, so your snowflakes won't melt. Okay? That's what I'm trying to tell you. Cry closet.
Sometimes you just have to, in the middle of your day, just step into a little box and be crying for a minute.
Do it in the shitter. Okay? Be a man. Keep that in until it kills you. Don't ever let it out. All right, folks. It is now time for the punchlines. As always, the punchlines are being brought to you by Igor's Empire and his family of products. Look for and like Igor's Lube on Facebook and at www.igorslube.com. Folks, it is getting warm outside here in the Detroit area. Come midweek, we are looking at a forecast of around 95 degrees with very high humidity. What does that mean? That means sweaty ball sacks. That's what that means. That's what that means, okay? Because here in 2022, we don't have the cars with that little vent anymore that blows air conditioning on your ball sack. We don't have that. So Igor over at Igor's Empire has, of course, thought of this. So check out his Skin Bridge Cooling Gel, now with roll-on applicator. Just apply a thick layer and stay cool all day. That's Igor's Skin Bridge Cooling Gel. Ask your doctor. Also being brought to you in part by the Gingerbread Daycare Center. There's always a warm place for your child at the Gingerbread Daycare Center. Yes. And Yusuf's Butt Liquor. It's fine imported Turkish penitentiary toilet hooch. It's imported. Deeply imported. And now it is time for the punchlines. What have I got for you? Oh, well, we've got, you know, you got like the CDC. They give you recommendations about diseases. Well, maybe we're going to make up the CIC. That's the Center for Insect Control. Well, they are releasing, because it's coming up in summertime, folks. Right? We're going to start encountering insects. So what are we going to do about these things? Well, I'm a delivery driver. Okay? I deliver packages, and I've done this for a long time. So I try to warn all the newbies and remind all the people every year that we're entering the season. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things you got to look out for, and I'll get to some of the warnings that I give out. And anyway, let's get into the 4 categories of bugs that are going to be out there that you're going to have to deal with, folks. The first category is fly. Okay, it's the fly category, which is just it's flying insects of all kinds. Okay, you know, you got flies, moths, gnats, mosquitoes, dragonflies. We'll even say praying mantis, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Flying insects. So generally, the way to deal with these insects is fly swatter. That's it, right? Fly swatter. Simple enough. Next category is the spider category. Now, this is one of the warnings that I give the newbies as delivery drivers. When you're coming up to a porch on a person's house, they generally have a beam to the left, a beam to the right, or a bush to the left and a bush to the right. Usually there's something to the left and to the right of either the sidewalk, the staircase, or the door as you're walking up. Well, guess what? Spiders like to put spider webs across those objects. So, unless you enjoy the taste of spider webs or the sensation of them being drug across your open eyeballs, I suggest you keep your package high and your elbows wide, folks, as you run up that porch and collect it onto the package. That way you don't bring back spider webs and a stowaway up on your neck or on your head or something, and you'll be all buggy like that for the next couple of deliveries. All right? But anyway, the suggested way to deal with those would be an exterminator. If you got a lot of spiders, just deal with it with an exterminator, because a lot of spiders react differently to different things, you know what I'm saying? And we're talking about everything from daddy long legs up to freaking black widows. Okay? Brown recluse, that's all in there. The next category... Yeah, I'm shocked. I've got to take a brief... The centipede category, folks. The centipede category... It includes every type of centipede, from small to large, long legs, short legs, anything with 100 legs, anything with 50 legs, anything with more than freaking 6 legs, which is the spider category, falls into the centipede category. The suggested way to deal with that is a flamethrower. That's right, a flamethrower, or immediate halting to whatever it is that you're doing, and the immediate smashing of the creature with a shoe. Okay? And then disinfecting the area. But a flamethrower is the recommended way to deal with a centipede. All right, the final category is cockroaches. The cockroach category, there's one suggested thing, and that's move. You gotta move. You can't kill them because they just suck up that chemical and they just get high. And they're like, hi, man, I'm a high cockroach, man. I'm hanging out underneath the couch. And as soon as you turn off the lights, I'm gonna throw a party. You're gonna hear me dancing around on the curtain rod. Yeah. Okay. Your other suggested way to deal with it is, I'm sure Charles Richardson will love this, and that's just feed the cockroaches until they become a size of a lobster, and then open up a pop-up seafood joint on the corner. That's the other suggestion. All right? Yes. I said all of that. What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do? You gonna fire me? Okay. I'm all right with that. And folks... That has been the Punchlines. Time to take a break, pause in the action for station identification, and introduce you to our sponsors. And the prospect will bring you up to speed in the world of sports. We'll be back with just a few questions after this.
broadcasting directly into your brain.
And now your weekly sports update with the Prospect.
Gather round, boys and girls, as I, Prospect here, tell you the tales of the weekly sports update on Alien X Radio. Former Las Vegas Raider Henry Ruggs has been in the news recently as after he was convicted of vehicular homicide back in November that left one woman dead. The accident happened after police discovered that Ruggs was speeding in excess of 156 miles per hour and had blown a blood alcohol level twice the legal limit. Now, defense attorneys are asking that the findings of the blood alcohol content be thrown out as evidence, as the procedure to obtain such evidence was unlawful. In a statement filed in court, lawyers David Chesnoff and Richard Schoenfield said that the use of probable cause didn't exist in the event, and that, quote, the mere fact of Mr. Ruggs' involvement in a fatal vehicle collision does not, in itself, give rise to probable cause to believe he was driving under the influence of alcohol, end quote. The filing has ultimately resulted in the court temporarily delaying the hearing of evidence, so it has been rendered effective in the favor of the defense. But Ruggs is not out of the woods yet, as a now pushed back date of the preliminary hearing to determine if he is able to stand trial, set for September 12th. If convicted, he will face 50 years in prison. Tampa Bay Lightning has punched their ticket to Stanley Cup Finals for the third straight season after defeating the New York Rangers 2-1 in Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Final and will face the Colorado Avalanche. While the Lightning are staring in the eyes of a potential dynasty that hasn't been seen since the New York Islanders in 1983, the Avalanche is looking to emerge from the rubble playoff utility that has been suffered since their last Cup win back in 2001. Game 1 is Wednesday. Well, tune in next week for more sports. Alien X Radio, I'm the Prospect saying until next time, Prospect out.
Oh, honey, what a wonderful surprise. A dozen roses and chocolates, a candlelit dinner, and now champagne and strawberries by the fire. You're so romantic.
What do you say we get a little closer?
Igor? That's right, Igor here with the final ingredient for love.
Igor's lube?
Nothing gets things moving and grooving like my lube, and it prevents chafing.
Thanks, Igor.
And don't forget, Igor's lube now comes in cherry, mint, and salmon flavor.
Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow.
Broadcasting from the dark side of the moon. Alien X Radio.
Resistance is futile.
Give me some static!
You got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. You have been beamed aboard and are now inside the mothership
For the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
When's the last time you had a good time?
broadcasting from beyond planet chaos directly into your vagir holes.
Alrighty, folks, we are in the second half of the last hour, which means it is time for another classic episode of Just a Few Questions. Now, we've experienced a lot. This one, we're going back to 9/20 of 2020. We've experienced a lot of things in 20. We got COVID. Now we're getting monkeypox, right? There was bird flu in there at some point. I'm sure it was before 2020, but it was in there. They threw that in the mix. We got lots of things. We got attacked by murder hornets, all kinds of stuff. So what was the natural transition? What was the next thing that we were going to be hit with? Well, Earth gets crabs, of course. And that is the classic episode from September 20th of 2020. Yes, September. Yes, September. Yes, that's what the 9th month is. Yes. So 9/20 of 2020. Earth gets crabs. Just a few questions on the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
It's time to answer just a few questions.
That's right, folks. Once again, it is time for the mental diarrhea that is just a few questions to splash all over your vajir holes.
Splash all over.
Splash. That's right. What did I call it before? What did I call mental drippings or something like that?
Something, yeah.
Something.
All right, here we go.
Psychotic seepage. Wow.
Cocked, locked, and ready to rock, Doc.
All right. So, here we go. Are you ready to find... Why don't you step on into the virtual reality inducer, because we're going to put you in some kind of weird situation as usual.
Always got to go with the sunglasses on, too.
It's time now for just a few questions. Wow. Oh, wait a minute. I can't go until we do this.
Question number 1.
Question number 1.
Well, the year is 2025. If you were one of the people to survive 5 years of disease, riots, and revolution, coming out of it with a job, home, car, and your life, consider yourself lucky. While the new world hardly resembles the old one, we must build on it. After defeating disease and stopping the violence in the streets, society finally came to the conclusion that we didn't hate each other, we hated hate. So we all turned our backs on it, and just like that, we were all one people and stronger than ever. After implementing a new system of government by placing 3 presidents in place, a man, a woman, and someone who identifies as other, the nation has gathered to celebrate its performance, has gathered to celebrate a new future with a giant street fair. As the crowd enjoys live performances and great food, suddenly the earth begins to quake. A rumbling comes from the ground and grows louder as the shaking intensifies. The crowd scatters just as the ground cracks open and a strange giant drilling machine breaks through the surface. As the machine comes to a silent rest, the crowd gathers around in awe. Just then, a door opens and a figure emerges. The creature appears to be a human-like crab person.
Like crab person.
Human-like crab person. It grabs a device and starts speaking into it. A loudspeaker amplifies its message in all languages.
All I can picture is Mr. Crab with the Rock's face on it.
People of the surface, we are the crab people who have lived beneath your feet since the dawn of time. After watching you for thousands of years, today we will take over the surface. Today we will take over the surface world and eliminate your masses. Sorry, folks. And a large door opens and an army of crab people begin to pour out and swarm the area. What will the headlines be in tomorrow's paper? A. South Park makes Simpsons-style prediction, crab people invade. B. Crab people, fact or fake news? C. Here we go again, folks. Crab people from the center of the earth. We can't make this stuff up. Well, we can, but why? Or D, just when you thought things couldn't get worse, Earth gets crabs. Oh, there is a wild card answer.
Oh, I'm liking D, though.
Yeah, that's a good one, isn't it? Earth gets crabs.
Oh.
Everybody's
you're gonna tell me the wild card answer anyway.
See, you figured that all out, didn't you?
I'm gonna go with D.
D. So just when you thought things couldn't get worse, Earth gets crabs. The wild card answer that you did not choose is recording artist Chippy No. 5 has the #1 single in America and Crab People Attack.
Chippy the Squirrel No. 5. Did I tell you about me massacring Chippy the Squirrel No. 6 on a test drive the other day? Oh,
just
poor
blew him
Chippy
apart.
the Squirrel. Man, I felt bad for him.
Your bonus question is, what is the name of the song that is #1 by Chippy No. 5?
What is the name of the song?
Yep. He has a #1 song. He has a Seattle rock band.
I don't know.
What's his #1 hit? Come on, man.
I fought the car, but I won.
All right, I fought the car. No, but he didn't win.
Oh, that's right.
That's right. He certainly didn't win. Unless that was a really bad game.
I tried to dodge the car, but the car won.
There you go. There you go. That's what it is.
Didn't dodge the car, so the car won.
And now we're on to Chippy number 5. No, sorry.
Chippy number 13.
Question number 2.
Question number 2. Within just a few days, the crab people have killed thousands of humans and captured even more. They have been putting the prisoners into a camp. After one man escapes, he tells of the crab people's plans. Thousands of people are bound with elastic bands and crammed into a camp that the humans call the tank. Crab people walk past the tank and look over the humans inside. They select one, and he or she is taken away. He continued to explain that the humans are then seasoned and boiled alive. They are then served in a restaurant-type gathering. What do you think would be some of the menu items? A. Jambalaya.
So we got a crab-owned restaurant serving humans.
Yes.
For dinner.
And they're in the tank.
They're in the tank.
And you pick your human out. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Go on. I just want to make sure that we're on the same sickness level at this point.
Yes.
Okay, go on.
Yes. So here's the items that could be on the menu. Which one do you think? Jambalaya. A spicy human and sausage jambalaya boiled over molten lava from the center of the earth. Served with rice and a bourbon cream latte. B. Cracked Bradley. Get your poncho. A juicy steamed human rests on a bed of angel hair pasta in a garlic cream sauce. C. Human bisque. A smooth blended creamy and highly seasoned soup made from a mixture of rich fatty people and served with breadsticks. Or D. Soft shell human tartare. This rare diced human is lightly blanched in a salt water and lemon juice vinaigrette, made only from softer humans who are easily offended. There's a wild card answer, and go.
Is it which one am I ordering?
Which one do you want on the menu? Which one do you think would be on the menu? The jambalaya, the cracked Bradley, the human bisque, or the soft shell human tartare?
I'm vegetarian on this. I'm gonna go with the wild card answer.
The wild card answer is the People Populous. A claw-tossed pizza topped with a tangy sauce, 3 cheeses, garden vegetables, people pepperoni, human ham, and anchovies. You put it on the menu, my friend. 30 minutes or less, or it's free. Wow. Your bonus question is, what is the name of this restaurant? A, The Red Human. B, Joe's Human Shack. C, Long Johnson Silver's. Or D, The Olive Garden. Or E, make up your own answer.
I'm going to go with make up my own answer and call it Human Bees.
Human Bees. All right.
It's like Applebee's, but different.
That's right. Got to get drunk and then you can order the food. Mm-hmm. And that brings us to...
Question number 3.
Question number 3. Question number 3 is...
What is wrong? Yeah, okay. Go.
Okay. Now you know what they are doing. So it's time to form a resistance. It's time to fight and take back your world. You will need to assemble your fighters, you will need to gather weapons, and you will need to train first. So, who will be on your team? Name 3 friends who you think are up for an interspecies war and add them to these other fighters. So you're going to give me 3 of your friends, and then I'm going to give you choices of who you're going to add to that group to go into battle. So who's going into battle with you to fight against the crab people?
I'm going to choose you, I'm going to choose Donnie, and I'm going to choose Dave.
All right. So there we go. Me, Donnie, and Dave.
Yep.
I should write that down just in case I want to save it. Keith. Keith, Donnie, and Dave.
Yep.
Like I wouldn't remember that, but I never remember anything.
Right.
All right. So,
and this is your game.
Exactly.
Great.
Now here are the choices of people that you can add to that group. A, will it be The Rock, Andy Dick, and a guy in a Chewbacca costume? B, will it be Igor, Gary Busey, and Lou Ferrigno?
No.
C, Betty White, Jack Black, and Crystal Clear? Or D, Chuck Norris, Danny DeVito, and Twiki, the little robot from Buck Rogers?
With Chuck Norris?
It'd be Chuck Norris, Danny DeVito, and Twiki, the little robot from Buck Rogers.
Absolutely. Go with D.
So instead of saying Buck, he'll be Chuck.
Exactly.
All right. So you're going with D.
Yes. I mean, Chuck Norris, man. Can't lose with Chuck on your side.
Go. Even though he's like 100 now. Oh, shoot. I just got my ass kicked. Didn't even realize it. He's going to be over tomorrow. So, this one continues. Okay, the question continues. Okay. So, what will your plan of attack be? By the way, that was the secret void that you hit earlier. You said plan of attack. Right. As part of humans turning their backs on hate, they eliminated Facebook. The crab people, however, did not. Their Facebook is called Crustacean Station. Crustacean Station.
Nice talk.
And they all have an account that they must log into daily. How can you use this to your advantage in this war? A, post memes that suggest that some types of crab people could be superior to others and convince them that they are more important than the others, causing them to fight amongst themselves. B, leak fake articles talking about a human-born disease that will kill the entire population of crab people, or at least those crab people with pre-existing health conditions. C, convince crab people that giant murder hornets are coming. Or D, after reading their timelines and learning that melted butter is the crab people's weakness, your armies fill super soakers with the delicious liquid, marching into battle. Then you pump melted butter deep into the center of the earth, blanching the rest of the crab people, ending war and world hunger. There's a wild card answer and go.
So we're talking super soakers with butter in it?
Melted butter.
I'm all about that.
Just butter. Just butter is the solution, man.
Butter's the solution.
Turn your back on hate, butter. That's the solution to everything.
Butter.
Gotcha.
Butter cake.
The wild card answer you did not choose is all of the above. All of the above. All right. So the bonus question is, what beverages would you like to serve at the post-war crab dinner? Because remember, you're all eating crab now. You're all blanching that delicious melted butter. So will it be A, champagne, B, whiskey, C, Kool-Aid, or D, it's a kegger, or E, other?
Or E, other? That's not like a bonus answer. It's just like...
That means you can put whatever you want. That
E, other.
You know, want to be orange juice? It can be orange juice.
I'm kind of liking the Kool-Aid, but can it be like purple Kool-Aid?
It could be whatever. I guess I just said Kool-Aid, so it could be like I'd imagine you could buy the multi-flavor pack. Mix whatever kind you want. It could be purple, it could be red, it could be...
Thinking purple Kool-Aid.
Purple Kool-Aid. Okay.
Delivered.
Purple Kool-Aid.
By the Kool-Aid man himself.
Delivered by the Kool-Aid man.
Hey!
All right,
All
so
right.
to be clear...
Isn't that what he used to say? All right.
I believe so, yeah. So the Kool-Aid man should be suing Matthew McConaughey 3 times. All right. No, he said okay. No, he said all right. I don't know what he said now. I'm confused.
Right. No, he just said all right.
But the Kool-Aid man said, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So to be clear, after humans defeat disease, get rid of hate, the ground cracks open, crab people attack us, murdering thousands and eating people in restaurants. Okay? And they are serving them in the form of... I forgot what you even picked. Soft shell human tartar? I don't remember what you picked. But anyway, they're serving you guys up in a restaurant, right? So you, along with me...
It was the pizza. I did the pizza.
Right. Okay, so People Pizza is being served. Then you, me, Donnie, and Dave fill super soakers with butter.
Along with
Chuck Norris, Danny DeVito, and Twiki the little robot from Buck Rogers.
See, he's going to be our float around and get in there thing. Be our distraction.
There you go. Crab people don't eat robots.
Exactly.
So there you go. That's a good one. So we're all going into battle. We flood their tunnels with melted butter. We blanch them. We then have a big crab dinner where Kool-Aid will be served to us by the Kool-Aid man as he says, oh yeah. Oh yeah. And that has been Just a Few Questions. Now, folks, it is time.
Oh, I thought I was going to get away with it.
For Lightning Strikes.
All right.
Are you ready?
As ready as I'm going to be.
In the movie Nerds, was it lobster claws or lobster claws?
Lobster claws.
What stops crabs from getting you? Rubber bands or not sleeping with skanks?
Not sleeping with skanks.
Actually, the true answer is both.
Yes.
Okay. So, what is most likely at the center of the earth? Crab people or iron?
Iron.
Even despite that whole story that I gave you about the crab people, you still managed to see through that as nonsense.
Yes.
Okay, that's awesome. What is most likely swirling around the Earth's core? Rumors about your new 3 presidents or molten nickel?
What
is swirling around the Earth's core? Rumors about your new 3 presidents or molten nickel? Remember, you have 3 presidents, a man, a woman, and an other.
3 presidents.
No, that's molten liquid. Molten nickel swirls around that iron core center of the Earth. Who is the superior human? Person A, person B, or the person who says neither?
Person who says neither.
Exactly. What is melted butter better on? Lobster or popcorn?
Crumpets, apparently.
I'll accept that. As yes. We'll go with crumpets.
I'm going to go popcorn.
And that's exactly my answer too. Popcorn because I don't like lobster. Exact same answer. Very good job. You matched me exactly. You get an extra point.
Yay! Point for nothing.
That's right. Now you're up to 1 point.
That's exactly it. Oh, man.
If the crab people have claws, how do you think they masturbate? Quickly, slowly, or very carefully?
Very carefully.
They're not worried about friction. They're worried about straight up scratching. Right. True or false? A condom will keep you from catching crabs.
False.
That is true. It is false. It is true. It is false. What's worse? Your woman acting crabby or smelling fishy? That's a tough one, ain't it?
As far as my woman smelling fishy?
What's worse, your woman is acting crabby or smelling fishy?
I'm going to say smelling fishy.
Yeah, I'm going to go with that too, you know? Yeah. There's something else going on. And then finally...
Right, exactly.
You know...
Maybe that's why she's crabby, you know? So, fix one.
Is that your woman? No, that's my aunt, Aunt Chovy. Oh, nasty. And finally, with everything we know about crabs today, where is the most unlikely place for them to come from? The center of the earth or Courtney Love's dirty bush?
Likely not to come from?
To not come from.
The center of the earth.
Very good. That's been Lady Crashes and just a few questions.
I made a bet with the devil! Crystals lit by fire,
This is Alien X Radio. Resistance is futile.
Alrighty, folks, we are just about out of time for this week's episode of the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space. I'm your host, Alien Stone. I do want to thank all of my affiliates, Alien X Radio, Raw Talk Online, UG Media, the Lime City Radio Network, J. Parker Radio, United Talk Radio, Sword Radio, the Western Reserve Digital Radio Network, the IRN Internet Radio Network, 920 WON The Apple, 24.7 The Stream, 97.1 KG SPFM Get Smashed Radio, WRFN 1025, WRPR Rat Pack Radio, United Sounds Choice Radio, Prodcore Radio, Pure Rock Radio, Good Talk Radio, Mile High Radio, and K89. Thank you very much for playing us live. Thank you very much for playing us in replay and in syndication. We couldn't be doing this without you. We couldn't be reaching the Vajir holes of all the Earthlings with such ease without your support. So, folks, I'm going to start taking just a couple minutes here at the end of the show here on Mondays to just rant a little bit. And I do apologize, but I won't be taking any calls during this part. This is just like what do you call it? It's a monologue. That's right, a monologue. All right, folks, I know there's a lot of emotions swirling about. I totally get it, about the whole gun control issue, the gun violence issue, and the guns in school issue, which are really three separate issues, but they're all being squashed together. And I just want to say that, in my opinion, as a delivery driver, I have delivered to several schools since all of these shootings have happened, since the one in Texas recently even. Since then, I've been there. And it's laughable. I walk straight into these schools, straight into the offices. One door wouldn't latch. I told the people about it, and they said, don't worry about it. So if you're not worried about securing the schools, then I think that everything else is kind of an afterthought. Again, you can't be putting the cart before the horse all the time. They want you to get electric cars, but we don't have the structure, the infrastructure to charge them yet. Plus, we can't afford them; they're too expensive. So you're going backwards. Okay, same thing with this. You secure the school to stop the people from getting in first. Then you worry about counselors and mental health and all that kind of stuff, which takes a lot of time. What if the shooter doesn't go to that school? What if the shooter isn't actually a kid? So all of the stuff that you're doing with the mental health and the counselors and all that stuff for the students is great, but it didn't help the guy outside who has no benefit of any of those programs, who still opens the door, walks right in, and does what he wants to do because the doors were unsecure. So what I'm talking about is, I know it sounds ridiculous and it sounds like a prison, but you need to do this kind of stuff. Metal detectors, one point of entry, security personnel, not average people. I'm talking about trained security personnel. That also requires to put in a lot of equipment and such. Then, after the schools are secure, then you implement counselors and mental health and all of that kind of stuff. But that's just my opinion, right? That's just my opinion. And that's all this is opinion. It's all gambling because you have no idea what the outcome is going to be of any of this stuff. But they seem to want to go with the biggest gamble and the hardest win first. And I don't know. I'd rather play the odds on this and go with something that we know will work first, and work with everything else later. I'm Alien Stone. This has been the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space. Until next time, peace out, Earthlings, and remember, keep your pants on most of the time.